Welcome to the evening news. I'm your host for tonight, Catboy Kunhua. In the news. This is something new from Qantas. We came up with this, and it is they're coming up with a novel way of attracting customers by coming up with the concept of mystery flights. Mystery flights. All right, now, these are flights people pay to book where they have no idea where the plane is actually going. It just winds up in a random location. Other airlines have regarded the idea with a great deal of skepticism. United Airlines commented that Qantas is years behind the industry. As most airlines have had mystery flights for decades, they just do it with people's luggage.
True.
And good news. Dolly Parton received received her own medicine this week as she received a vaccine shot for the coronavirus, a vaccine that she herself helped fund to create. And then she posted a video of herself receiving the shot and sang a clever altered rendition of her song Jolene to encourage other people to do the same. Now, you notice that while she's getting the shot, she wore a light knit sweater that had holes in the shoulders. You can see them there, holes in the shoulders for easy access for her to receive the shot. Now, this was a much wiser fashion choice than when NFL star Tom Brady did the same thing for his colonoscopy.
That's good.
Speaking of assholes, in recent studies by animal behavioral scientists have discovered that cats are every bit as disloyal as you always expected they were. In this study, researchers had dogs see a situation in which a third party would either help their owner or turn their back on them. The third party spurned the owner's plea for help. Dogs seemingly took this personally and avoided taking a treat from the third party afterwards. However, when the exact same test was done on cats, they showed absolutely no preference for people who treat their owners or kick them in the bum. Well, this is bad news for Bond villains, as their cats may likely turn on them, which is why Q always gave James Bond a pen with a laser pointer inside.
I get it.
The laser pointer. Right. Now, here in the news, medical director of England's National Health Service has warned against taking Gwyneth Paltrow's COVID advice. Gee. You mean the person who sells vagina candles and Yanny rocks to stick up the orifices has dodgy medical advice? Really? Yeah, anyway, it appears that Paltrow has been claiming that you could relieve the effects of COVID with rather dubious treatments like keto, plant-based diet, lots of coconut aminos, whatever those are, and sugar-free kombucha and kimchi. Also, she recommended intuitive fasting. If any of you wondering what that is, it's described as consciously decoupling your brain from nutrients. Apparently she's been doing that for years. Now, here's a story that I'm willing to bet is going to sound very familiar to people. All right? Here we have next. Very familiar. It is. According to a report from the Daily Beast, authorities have seized nearly 300 pounds of contraband bologna at the southern U.S. border in Mexico. It is illegal to bring foreign bologna into the United States, part due to the risk of transmitting foreign diseases. Because if there's one thing bologna eaters are known for, is being health conscious. Now, this story is probably giving you a strong sense of deja vu because in December of 2019, I reported an identical story. Almost identical story. The Border Patrol in the same location, El Paso, Texas, seized an illegal bologna shipment of 154 pounds. Now, in that story, no suspects were captured, and they had fled the scene. Authorities had advised the public to be on the lookout for this vehicle. So that was like over a year ago. So in that time, illegal bologna smuggling has grown from 150 pounds to 300 pounds. So I'm guessing that this time next year, I'll be giving you a story reporting on the smuggling of 600 pounds of forbidden bologna.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's not
By
like
the way,
bologna to me.
yeah. Netflix already has a series in the works depicting this particular story. Marcos Deli Counter. Of course, they can't really get started on it because nobody really knows who's doing this. No one has actually come up with any identifications. But the FBI believes that they do know the first name of the person who's running this whole thing, and his name, and it is OSCAR.
And
Oh, well,
And that's the news for tonight, everybody.
Yay!